you mind if I make eating noises?
Sure, that's fine.
And I'm on my stream. So that's working.
Okay, I see that.
Then,
Saying Twitch is not connected to a Twitch channel, or widget is not connected to a Twitch channel, you might need to reset that up.
what do you mean? What are you talking about?
Your chat widget is not properly set up on that scene.
Can't believe you'd say that. Which I'm going to get rid of that on this anyway. Maybe.
Okay.
Which one is it? Just the chat one? Oh.
Yeah,
Yeah, because this is a scene I haven't been into for a while, and I copied this over, and it's not right. Okay. Now let's try pulling an NDI. So if I go over here,
let's just try on doing a call now and see if that works.
here's my other screen.
Yeah.
Let's get a call going. Where's Skype? All these, there's so many programs. Why isn't life simpler?
I know, right?
Gosh. There's Snagit. Looks like Skype. Honestly, I can't find Skype now. Okay. It's down here now. Let's put it up here. There we go. Oh, because it reinstalled. I want to check the camera first, don't I?
Yeah.
Settings. I appreciate you helping me do this. This is a little rat's nest here, and I didn't realize it was going to be this bad.
Oh, that's fine. I mean, sometimes you just have to get it done. Sometimes it just works. Like, I think we've had some productions where everything just worked, and we're like, okay, that's like a miracle.
Wow.
But
I want one of those, whatever that is.
but most of the time we will end up with most issues. What sucks is when you test the previous day and everything's fine, and on the day itself, that's when everything just
Yeah. Yeah. So that's working. Don't know what I want to do for audio. I'm just going to leave it on the Logitech for audio right now.
That's fine.
Because you don't care what I sound like anyway. And honestly, the worse I sound, the better for this food munching stuff. Okay, so that looks fine. Starting a call. This is the best stuff that I'm eating. It's bow tie pasta with basil Italian stewed tomato cream sauce and sweet Italian sausage.
Give me a second.
I'll bet I have to enable NDI again in Skype.
Yeah, you might need to.
Do I need to do it before the call started? It's under calling.
Just try to add me in.
Calling advanced. NDI is now on. And now I'm going to try to add you in, add source. I can add a Skype source, or I want to go to stream, new text.
Just go Skype source instead.
Really?
That works.
Well, wait, I want to try this now because I'm right here. I'm just curious. It works now.
Oh, it works now.
Yes.
Yes. Oh, actually, what we can do, right? Can you change your? Let's see if we can actually actively change camera. Can you change your settings in your Skype? Change it to Extend Broadcaster, just so that I also see on the call where you are on the presentation in real time.
Okay, hang on. I gotta mute something here because I'm bad at it. Change what?
Change the what's this? The camera to Extend Broadcaster instead on
Hang on.
your end.
Hang on.
So when
I got too much echo and I can't. I turned the wrong knob here. Sorry. One more time. In
okay,
broadcaster.
yeah, in broadcast. Sorry, not in broadcaster. In Skype, just change your camera to instead of VCam, just change it to Exit Broadcaster instead, so that I can see what you're presenting when we do the video call, and then I can comment on things if
Video
ever.
settings. In the camera.
Yeah, for Skype, then just switch it to Exit Broadcaster, so that I see what you're presenting.
I see what it is right now. For video audio, you mean?
Yeah, audio, video, yeah, and then camera, change it to Exit Broadcaster, and you should be
Okay.
good.
That's nice.
All right.
Okay.
So you switch it to Exit Broadcaster, right?
Yep.
That's weird. I can't see anything here, which is weird.
Maybe I have to close the video. Why?
Yeah, just close the settings tool thing.
There it goes.
Yeah, there it is. I see it now. Okay, good. So that I don't have to have your Twitch thing open. Maybe I'll just. I don't know where you're broadcasting to, but yeah. You said restream, right? And then you're gonna push it to YouTube and
YouTube and Twitch.
okay. So
Mainly because I want them to see that they could be. See, right now a lot of
then you could
churches,
do both, right?
yeah, a lot of churches are broadcasting their services to um, Facebook, which is horrible for a studio,
Mm-hmm.
or some other weird platform. And it's like Twitch has this down. Their stream quality's good, their chat, and all their tools are really good. They just have a lot of things that work great, and churches could use that. And all their younger people are on Twitch anyway, so like all the youth pastors should just be doing their youth group services on Twitch, and then they should hang out and game with their youth kids afterwards, right? But like churches are so far out of the loop on all that, they have no clue this stuff even exists. And then the rest of them, instead of going to Facebook and having it be horrible, they could be just going over to YouTube, and it gets automatically archived forever there. And it's a better stream for them too, and they can do that all at the same time. So I kind of want to let them look at what they're doing from the eyes of someone who hasn't just been a pastor but has been involved in technology for a long time too.
Yeah. Actually, the Facebook stuff has improved greatly already. You can do 1080p, 60 FPS, 6 Mbps. Essentially, same settings as
Is it
Twitch.
solid though?
Yeah.
Because I've seen
They
several streams lately where they just couldn't even get it connected.
that's I don't know why, but at least our implementation is completely
Solid.
streamlined for it. Yeah.
Well,
So you can
that's
even
good to know.
we even set the settings automatically for you, so you don't have to. It's like a
And
no brainer for
in
you.
order to do all three in Restream, you have to pay extra, or at least you used to, in order to stream to
You
Facebook.
probably still need to do extra then.
But
Yeah.
you could, in XSplit, can't you decide to stream out to more than one destination at a time?
You can, but the biggest issue with that, of course, would be the overhead is like unless you're running some insane Threadripper setup, then
Right.
definitely
Right.
you're gonna have
I remember I started this journey with Wirecast. And
Oh yeah, the reason why we started XSplit was because of Wirecast. We saw the pricing and it's like that's unreasonable.
it was
We can do
insane.
this ourselves.
Yeah,
It's like
that was the reason.
$1,000 for a major version, and then $500 every update to another major version. It's like no,
Yeah, it was
I mean, we
busy.
could do subscription model and then it would be fine,
So I,
you know.
and it was really hard to use in a lot of ways, and I think it still is. Comes from a Mac mindset, and so their user UI is inconceivable. And then just getting it to connect to things, like then I was streaming a live concert with multiple cameras and stuff, and it worked, But in fact, I had a guy say that the stream, and I was using these dumb little Logitech webcams, and he said, "Man, that looks as good as my stream that I go out and do that I use $50,000 worth of gear." And I said, "Well, I spent $700 to do everything." And he said, "Oh my gosh, he was really ticked." 'Cause
I, I remember, because like before, a lot of these people, well, like I think back in 2013, 2014, we exhibited in YouTube Live Con, and so we were there with Wirecast, with who else? I can't remember our other competitors, but you have these guys going around, and then they were like, oh yeah, okay, so how much does your product cost? And we said like, yeah, it was $60 a year, and they're like, no, you're kidding. It's like can't be that good. And then we were doing the green screen, and then yeah, essentially the chroma stuff, and they couldn't believe that we were offering something that cheap for chroma. It's like it's tech, Tech
right,
is so easy to make.
tech moves
You
fast too. Well, and
one
your
and done.
your green screen chroma keying was so much better than OBS's when I switched. It was like, oh, this is
Oh,
like,
it's always been better. Like even my friend who was like a super tech guy who uses OBS, and then he just for kicks he was trying out XSplit, and then he looked at the chroma and was like, wait, and he made some actual pixel per pixel tests, and he realized that your shaders are way better for green screen than OBS, and you're like, yeah, well,
and it's so much easier to get it to cover everything too.
yeah.
I'm almost done eating, and then I'll have some health points. So I'll put your name underneath here,
Okay.
and I got to make room for Chris Slay also, so I'll have him in here sometime.
Oh, what we should need to test though is what happens when. So that now that you can see that I'm here, right,
Mm-hmm.
and you've let's see the scenario where we close everything down and relaunch it just in case.
Right. Hang on one
So
second.
we need to end the call, and then we need to recall me, or like yeah, end the call, and then kill broadcaster, and then we can just start all over
I'll just
again from there.
restart the whole computer. Let me get
Okay,
my.
that's like yeah, that's
Let me do one thing here. Oh, my cat's killing the buttons.
nice. I was like, oh, what's that? Press 5.
Press 5. If you'd like to wait longer, press 10. Recordings. Where do I put this? There we go. Yes. Looking for my smoke background. We'll take it though. We don't care.
Oh, you're changing. Okay. Ah, nice. I'll just change my background.
Oh, thank you. That really brings some fire to the room. Perfect. Yeah, I thought I'd just do something that's cool in the background. It makes it a little dressier. I haven't figured out what yet. I may not have time to do any advanced editing. There's this. Okay, save presentation. Stream date, save. Yes. Now, I should be able to get, can I get two simultaneous Skype calls in here at the same time?
You just do a group call, and then
But that's going to
you
lay
just
out,
add another.
that's going to lay out differently then, right?
It's still gonna be. I'm still gonna you're still gonna pull like what is it? Because like the my Skype name is there, right? It says Molina.
Yeah.
So it's gonna be the same, I guess. Wait, actually, how did you add me? Did you add me as NDI source or did you add me as Skype source?
NDI source.
Try adding me as a Skype source to see what happens with that. Where was the Skype source actually?
It's under streams. No, it's under. I want to say it's under general widgets. Maybe it's not a Skype source. Maybe that's a Skype something. So what did that add? It added a blue box.
Oh, that's like the legacy. Yeah, that's the legacy stuff, I think.
I don't want no
Oh
legacy
wait,
stuff.
no. You can like if you add the blue box, right? It'll pop out the Skype NDI. Oh yeah. The cool. Okay. You remove my face first.
Okay.
Remove my camera first. I think this is the cool part about this, right?
Oops, that's me.
Okay. You can just yeah, and then what you can do is like so general widgets, right? You can do Skype. You can add Skype, right? And
Well,
it says add.
okay. So
So add general widgets, and then Skype. What's gonna happen is it's gonna ask you. It's gonna prompt something called add Skype NDI. Is that correct?
no, it says computer name my is Rex, and it says Skype ID.
Yeah. I mean, what I'm saying is the title of the dialogue is add Skype NDI on top. But yeah, the Skype ID. What you can just do is type whoever's Skype ID is there. This is like a way to set up a Skype call before an actual presentation. So you should be able to type mog.molina in there.
Okay, and then offline Skype not connected is a picture I can specify or use that one.
Yes. So you
Keep
can just make it so that if
do
someone
I
drops, you can have like something else or something.
do I want to keep source in memory?
Yes.
I knew that. Computer name is Rex, but that's just my computer. So this
Yeah,
is
that's your
where
computer.
I could go out to my daughter's laptop and on the
Yep, you
network.
can change that. Yep, you can essentially say that I don't want to be pulling from my computer. I want to be pulling from someone else's computer, which is their computer name, and then you just put the Skype ID of the person you want to
Okay,
pull from.
and you think this is a better way to do this?
Yeah, that's, you just do it like this so that you can also because the cool part about this is even if your IP changes or your ports change, it'll just look for a Skype ID that's an NDI source from Skype that has a Skype ID mog.mulligan. So you just need to get the Skype ID of your the other guy and do
Yes.
the same thing.
Okay, and then it should just find when he calls me. It should just find him.
Yeah, it just ping. Yeah, it just pops up.
Oh.
Yeah, we made
Oh.
it like this because the original method of just having to have the call actually happening to pull it in. Um,
It's
Yeah,
got,
I remember specking this out. It actually slipped my mind that I made this with the other guys, or at least told them that how to do it
yeah,
this way. But yeah,
nice.
and if it were an active source, or if something was already active anyway, you could just click the search icon, the magnifying glass icon, and you can just
Yeah, I
manually
saw it
edit
had
it.
a search. I don't. What I'll try to do after I get off with you is I'll try to get hold of Chris Slay, although he may be in bed already. Maybe I can get him in right now. Hang on a second.
You just add him to the call. Nice plus button somewhere
I just
where
don't know
wherever
what
it is.
his
You don't
Skype.
know what his Skype
I
is.
don't know his Skype address. Yeah, so let me go to.
Ah,
Um, and I think he's in a different state. So I mean, no, he's in a different state. I think he's like Midwest, so different time zone. I'm going to Facebook. I'm going to Messenger. Chris Slay. Oh, and I would want to set Messenger here to. I'm gonna have to change everything to use VCam, right? I don't know where I
Yes.
do that in Messenger now. Um, oops, lost it. Oops.
Oh, you're running it from
I'm in Messenger right now in Facebook
on the desktop, right?
on the desktop. Yeah. Um,
Yeah. In terms of cameras, it's gonna pop up on your address bar when you're in a call or something. But that should be simple. We're actually getting requests from for VCam to be able to change the VCam water splash screen when you every time you add VCam to a different place. So,
what do you mean
because like,
change?
because every time, for example, like now, if you add or if you use VCam in a different application, right? What'll happen is you'll have a VCam splash screen that says explit VCam before the camera appears because we're actually initializing the camera in the background,
Right. Do people
or we're
want
initializing,
that
yeah.
though?
Yeah, people have asked like, is there any way to change this? It's like, sometimes maybe they want their, either A, it's just blank so that it's not saying it's excellent VCAM. This is the corporate use case, or they want to go as far as like, yeah, no, I want to change it to my company logo,
Oh,
which
right,
is kind of cool.
right, right.
Just like when you're connecting to a call, you see a splash screen of like, I don't know, Cisco or something,
Yeah.
whoever.
Let's see if he answers here. Let me try and text him too. Hang on, because I do have his phone number. I just don't know if I should call him because I don't know if he's in bed or something.
What time is it in the Midwest?
Well, it's 2 hours ahead, so it could be 10 o'clock, 10:15. Chris S. I guess I don't have his phone number in here. Not there. Maybe I've never texted him. Let's go look at the contacts. Hmm. Yeah, I don't have his phone number, I guess. Shoot. Maybe he'll answer this in a minute. Well, okay, let me finish telling you that story. This guy that I bought my house from, we'll give him a minute here to answer or not. He when I bought my house from him, and I worked with him for years, and he was the programmer guy, and I was the twizzle, make things look pretty in Photoshop and design and you know HTML and CSS coding stuff, customer support, sales, and he was the engineering, development, programming, coding side. And
Yeah.
we never made any money because we were basically doing what WordPress is now about 4 years, 5 years before WordPress existed. And I wasn't smart enough to know how to, A, I couldn't keep up with him. And B, I wasn't smart enough to know how to streamline the sign up process and the usage process so that he could make it. And he didn't want to try to figure that out too with the other stuff he was doing. And I think he just thought I'd be able to do a better job because I was dumb enough I'd be able to figure out a way that dumb people could do it, you know. And he was super smart, and he made me take an IQ test once, and I told him what I got, which I thought was fine. You know, it's like I was 135. I thought, yay, I'm not a complete idiot. And he said, yeah, we kind of all figured, he and his other buddies, we all figured that's what, you were at. It's like, well, what did you get? He said, I'm not going to tell you. I said, why? He said, then I'd have to live up to it. And he's like, I think he's somewhere around 190 something. And uh, I said, well, what about your other friends? He said, I don't really have any other friends. And I said, why not? And he said, I drive them all away. And I can't stand to interact with people unless they're a certain level of intelligence. It just drives me crazy. And I said, well, Why do you sit on the phone with me 8 hours a day and 10 hours a day? He said, actually, you're about as low as I can go.
You're as low as I can go. Oh my
Yeah, it's like,
god.
oh, thank you, I think. He actually designed the back end database for Amazon.com's website and database.
Oh wow.
And he consults for Microsoft on their kernel security for Windows and all sorts of stuff. When I met him, it was at a computer company I was doing sales for. And I went to his house one day, and he was in his backyard in his shack, which now I own and turned into an Airbnb. And he had just finished designing a computer CPU in his head, all in his head. And he sits
Wow.
down in front of on a drafting table with a big sheet of drafting paper, and he stares at it for 48 hours, thinking through everything, and then he draws madly for 24 hours, and then he's done. And he hands it over to AT&T, and T, and it was the Bell Mac 32032 CPU, and it was a parallel processing able mini computer chip that you could put up to 32 coprocessors on one motherboard, and he did this 30 years ago in his head in my backyard. Crazy smart guy.
Nice.
Yeah. Well, I'm not hearing from Chris, so I can connect with him tomorrow. But it should be able to then keep your connection when you call in.
Yeah,
And
as long as yeah, because since you added it in this way, then it wouldn't care about ports or whatever. It'll just look at it as like a Skype source.
okay, and then when
And
he
yeah,
comes in, won't it do kind of the same thing with him, or will it gang you both up?
if you know his Skype ID prior, yeah, then you should be able to add him via this method as
So,
long as you know his Skype ID.
and he'll
Even
be
if he's not in the call or
separate,
anything,
right? He won't be
he'll pop
ganged
up.
into the same window with you.
Yeah, no, he'll be
Okay,
split up
cool,
probably.
cool. All right, I will twizzle your names underneath this and make it look a little prettier and stuff, and then that sounds great. And then I need to be able to. I've got to add some screens where I can kind of. Well, I can probably do that on my desktop over here, I guess.
Oh, the thing that you would need to test though is what is it? Sound. Because if you're gonna be pulling from a different place, right? The Skype NDI source already has sound. But what you're gonna need to make sure of is you're gonna need to add the local sound of the local sound of the like there's a way to do this on the broadcaster, right? So broadcaster, right? So broadcaster, right? So what's this? If you notice, right now, like if you notice, going to the properties right now, like if you notice, going to the properties right now, like if you notice, going to the properties right now, like if you notice, NDI Skype source right now, like
Yeah,
for my DI Skype for my
yeah,
for my DI Skype for my
yeah,
you look at for my DI Skype you might see
yeah,
there is you might see
yeah,
there is I guess you can see
yeah,
there is I guess you can see
yeah.
there is
I don't. I see color. I don't. Color layout effect. 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 See color. Okay. Color layout effect. See color. Okay. Yes, I see Rex local. 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 Yes, I see Rex local.
Skype call is just select the local select the local select so you just have to find so you just have to find your daughters so you have to find the equivalent your daughters so you have to find
Okay,
you add that
well, I'm probably just going to do it all on my one machine. I don't think I'm going to try. Well, I'm probably just going to do it all on my one machine. I don't think I'm going to try. Well, I'm probably just going to do it all on my one machine. I don't think I'm going to try. Well, I'm probably just going to do it all on my one machine. I don't think I'm going to try. Well, I'm probably just going to do it all on my one machine. I don't think I'm going to. Well, I'm probably just going to do it all on my one machine. I don't think I'm going to. Well, I'm probably just going to do it all on my one machine. I don't think I'm going to. Well, I'm probably It's trying to give you a cat's eye view. There we go. It's trying to give you a cat's eye view. You got it trying to give you a cat's eye view. Yeah, whatever, you're a cat. Yeah, whatever, you're a cat. Yeah, I've got more important things to do. Yeah, I've got more important things to do. So I don't need to worry about the sound coming into the Skype call. I don't need to worry about the sound coming into the Skype call. I don't need to worry about the sound coming into the Skype call. I don't need to worry about the sound coming in. So I'm not. When I go check the stream, I'm not here. When I go check the stream, I'm not warm here. When I go check the stream, I'm not warm here. I can't hear you or me. I don't think. I can't hear you or me. I don't think. Yeah, I've got it turned up and all. I get is kind of static coming through. Yeah, I've got it turned up and all. I get is. All I get is. All I get is. All I get is. I don't know. Yeah, I'm not getting. But I'm not getting my voice either. But I'm not getting my. It's really, really faint. Way down. 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 It's really, really faint. I'm probably pulling from the web. I'm probably pulling from the. I'm probably pulling from. So I want to go to the. I'm probably pulling. So I want to go to the settings for that. Probably. So I want to go to settings for that. Probably. So I want to go to settings for that. Probably. I want to go to settings for that. Oh, I haven't changed anything there. I haven't changed. Oh, I haven't changed anything there. Audio. I haven't changed. Oh, I haven't changed anything there. Audio preview. I haven't changed anything there. Audio preview. I haven't typically. Audio preview. I haven't typically. Audio preview. I haven't typically. Okay, so right now it's set to default speakers. Okay, so right now it's set to default come out of either my headset. I want it to come out of either my headset. I want it to come out of either my headset. I want it to come out of either my headset. Microphone is set to default. Microphone is set to default. Microphone is set to default. Well, I've got a set to default. Yeah, well, I could go to my gaming headset. I could go to my. Yeah, I could go to my gaming headset. Go to the webcam. Yeah, so that was not gaming headset. Go to the webcam. Yeah, so that was singing. Audio must be sampled. So that was singing. Audio must be sampled. So that was singing. Audio mono. So that was singing. Audio mono. I don't want a mono. I don't want a mono. Noise pressure no. Only range. Noise pressure no. Only range. Noise pressure no. There we go. There we go. There we go. Now I got a nice echo. There we go. But I don't have you. So what about you? 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 I don't have you. So what about you?
It might equal from full audio to the right place.
The microphone audio for me is coming from the right place, but it's ignoring it. But for you, I don't know where. Oh, it's coming from the Logitech speaker gaming headset. It's going to the wrong thing.
Yeah, so just push it to the right place. And then
so where should I send it? Should I send it to just my Thunderbolt interface?
Yeah.
So that it goes out.
Okay, now
I hear myself now.
You can? Okay.
I mean, I hear it looping.
Right.
Right. That's always nice. Okay, that's probably good to catch that. Okay, I feel terrified that I'm going to try to do this tomorrow. That's perfect.
It's gonna be great.
Oh my gosh. Well, fortunately, I have a list of things I'm going to talk about. I have my graphic that I'm going to talk through in detail, and then I'll use that as my outline for the main stuff, and then it's just a matter of going through the bullet points of things I want to make sure I touch on. And I'm going to let you interrupt. You want to be there for the whole time?
I could probably. Yeah. What time are you starting?
Well, I can start
3?
whenever. I mean, if we had to, we could push this back a couple days too. If I can't get a hold of Chris, what's your schedule like?
I've been in my apartment for 3 weeks. Oh no, sorry. Oh dude, wait. I have to count this. Crap. It's been forever. Oh, it's like a month and 2 days.
Yeah.
I haven't left at all. I have enough food here. That's like I kind of miss the sun, you know.
Do you have enough toilet paper?
That's not an issue when you have like a bidet.
Oh, okay. Yeah, we don't have bidets here really. And people talk about getting them, and like, well, wait, I'm okay with the idea of a bidet, but not with ice cold water. I'm not.
Oh no. What you need is one of those fancy Japanese things where
yeah, I know that, but
it's the best. I remember because like normally you have like you have your handheld bidet whatever, but those Japanese toilets that are it's like freaking cool that just,
but aren't they like
heated?
Aren't they like thousands of dollars?
I don't think so. I think before yes. But I think it's actually reached a point where it's not that expensive anymore.
Wow.
Because I remember checking in Amazon and I was like, wait, is that it's that cheap? I don't mind flopping like $300-$400 for something that'll save the environment in the long term too, you know.
What? So does it really get you dry too? Do they blow dry?
The blow dry. I think the blow dry part is. I think that model will probably cost more. But the thing is, you're always going to spend less toilet paper when you wet something first.
Right.
And then
Right. Just dry off. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, I remember going to Europe and they had those. I never tried one, and their toilet paper felt like it was made from crepe paper that you'd get at a party and twist. You know.
Oh, I know what you mean. I was in Denmark for 3 months, and it was like,
yeah, this is bad.
This?
Yeah,
it's like it's so thin and so odd, and it's like
and sharp and rough and
it's like I feel like I'm just gonna injure myself doing this, you know.
Yeah,
it's almost sandpaper.
Oh my gosh. Okay, so I also need to come up with a couple screens here where I can show off my little diagram better, I guess. So that's gonna be. I'll do that tomorrow. If you could do this Thursday instead of tomorrow, then
Thursday is completely fine. Thursday your time, right? So
yeah.
Friday morning. Yeah, that's fine.
Let's do that because, and I don't know if I'll check with Chris. So I'll get back to you tomorrow morning, which will be after you've gone to bed probably. So I'll let you know for sure tonight, or tomorrow sometime, so that when you wake up, you'll either be too late or let's just say we're going to put it back. I think Chris, I'm going to take a chance. I'd rather have you than Chris. I want Chris because people know him. He's active on the board, and you just had a sex change just like that. That was quick.
No,
and then
I want to show you a feature of what's this XSplit for at least an upcoming feature. I don't know if you've seen our mixer tech already.
Audio mixer tech? No.
Yeah, so we have audio effects like noise suppression, noise gate, and all that stuff.
Do you have like reverb?
I don't think so, not yet.
So let me give you a little heads up. Musicians, like Jennifer's doing a choir rehearsal on Zoom. It's a nightmare. Zoom's great for class discussions and stuff, but their audio is abysmal. I mean, it's really horrible, as I mentioned before. And there's nothing that lets you easily add just a simple reverb. So if you're doing let's say you're doing a voice lesson or a cello lesson or a trumpet lesson or any kind of live instrument, that signal goes right into whatever app you're using and then goes right back out, and it never sounds that good, right?
Yes,
and just,
I get what you mean.
Yeah, and just being able to add a touch of reverb without, you don't even need, you just need one nice reverb. You don't need a lot of bells and whistles. Just got to be a nice, simple, pretty reverb.
I think that might get fixed if we decide to, what's this? If we decide to support VST plugins.
See, I've got some great reverbs that are VST, and I would love to be able to use them. I've been wishing I could use them, so that'd be definitely the way to go. And there's a lot of free reverb VSTs out there too. So everything they would need would be there.
Yep.
That would be fantastic.
I think the reason why we haven't implemented it is we're looking at, if there's going to be some licensing issues with it or whatever. But from what from what our product manager figured out, is like there might not even be an issue. So if that's the case, then yeah, it should be as simple as plopping it in.
And this would be like a add-on that would work in Skype also, or would it just be an XSplit add-on?
Yeah, it's an XSplit.
So they'd have to then go through XSplit to do the thing they were doing. That'd be okay.
No, I think the biggest issue would
you got to make it like VCam, so it's a plug-in to.
Yeah, that's actually I think that's the issue. We still don't have a virtual microphone. We have a virtual speaker, but if you need to push something into like a separate app, that's going to be the problem. It's good for like adding reverb to something like Twitch or YouTube or whatever, but we still don't have a way to route XSplit audio into other applications.
Yeah, there is a Rewire, VB Wire or something like that.
Yeah.
That lets you capture mic sounds, the signal, and then apply VST instrument or effects to them, and then route them back to your application. So you could look at that. That's how somebody's doing it right now.
Interesting.
I think it's VB Wire.
VB Wire?
I can look. Let me tell Stormbringer. He's wondering why I'm not killing giant mechs. Okay, so I'll look. We'll see what that is. It's VB Audio. VB Audio virtual cable.
Yeah, that one. I think we've looked into that before.
And it's complicated to even figure out, but it's the right kind of thing. Is that your sound coming through there?
Probably.
Most likely.
Yeah. That's funny. Okay, I'm going to send you one more thing. All right, so what I'll do is I'll check with Chris. That'll give me some time to get this stuff set up so it looks nicer and practice switching back and forth to find the things I want to find. And then we'll try to tentatively set it for Thursday. And that would also give me time, because like I have to get, I want to get the flyer up on the site. I think I mentioned there was like 12,000 members, but there's like 19,500 members. So there could be 10 people or there could be 100 people. I don't know how many are going to show up.
Okay, interesting.
But I'll also refer people to it afterwards, because I'm always answering questions for people on this kind of thing. And I thought, this would be a great topic to do just a stream on that then they can refer to. And stuff. So I think even if I just go just to give them that kind of top-down overview of how things all hook together, that big graphic that I made. You got something making noise. Just giving them kind of that bird's eye view will help a lot of them try to figure out what they're going to do. And I'm going to talk a little bit about, Chris is going to, I think, talk about Sling Studio, which is cool, but it's expensive and it doesn't really upgrade, and it doesn't have all the tons of different plugins and features that you can add that like XSplit has. So to me, it's not preferable. It's simpler in some ways, but it's much more limited in other ways. Like I don't think you could do what we're doing right now on that. Something else that you might just know off the top of your head, because you've looked at Wirecast a little bit. One of the things Wirecast has that's really good is they have a lower thirds titling system where you can bring in live titles as fast as you can type and hit enter. You can bring in titles, and you can have pre-done titles. In addition to, like, obviously you can with XSplit, you can set up layers and graphics and stuff like that, but they have a whole kind of engine that lets you do animated lower thirds that pop out, onto the screen, and you can customize their text, and the text is text instead of have to be burnt in by hand in Photoshop. So you can just use the background, on a transparent layer and bring it in, pull it back out.
Yep.
And you could do things like that. Plus, you could do things like lyric sheets, overheads for like scripture or worship or things like that, where you want the lyrics or you want the verse. Do you guys do you know of a plugin that integrates into XSplit that allows you to do that kind of stuff easily? Because I haven't even looked for that. I know you could bring it in from a computer, like a screen cap, right? Would probably be the best. So they have a program called, there's several different ones. It's like, I don't remember what they're called, show or something like that. And it lets you do PowerPoint media up to the screen, and overheads for your lyrics for your worship sets, and announcement videos and stuff like that. And so it's like presenter show or something like that. And you could obviously run that as a source from a laptop as an NDI source and just run it that way. And that would be just what they already know how to do. So that's what I'm going to talk about. I didn't know if there was any actual separate plugins that kind of build that functionality.
No, unfortunately, no. There used to be something that, I don't know if you know New Blue.
I've heard they're just really expensive. Yes.
Yeah, they had a cheaper version before. I don't know what happened. I'm curious now. Let me just see if they're still alive.
They used to give away a bunch of stuff with Pinnacle Studio video editing.
Yeah. Oh, it's called Overstream. That's it. I'm not sure if this actually has the setups you want. Yeah, it is. Okay, I'll send you the link.
But it's probably a $500 New Blue plugin, right?
No. There's New Blue, and then they have Overstream, which was designed. I was talking to the founder Overstream of New Blue, and they were looking at how to create a gaming segment. And the thing is, this is what they came up with, and the pricing would be it's $4.99 a month.
Oh, so it's cheap. I don't know your link came in and then it disappeared. Where do I get it again? Oh, here it is, chat.
Oh, it's
I got it.
Just chat. Yeah, it's essentially the title. It's their $3,000 software, but just reskin and made to be gamer friendly.
Oh.
But it's very possible that they have titling here. So if you think about it,
I know everything a gamer does, a church could use.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So all you need to do is use this. It's $5 a month. Sure, there's no lifetime thing, but
Yeah.
come on, are you gonna pay $3,000, or are you gonna pay this? That's gonna be updated every so often.
That's cool.
Anyway,
That's cool. Oh, and
this would be my recommendation.
okay.
They have a titling system here, so it's very possible to make lower thirds and all that here. I'm tempted to get it for myself, but no.
You want to. You want to deeply, deep down inside.
I'm gonna be like, I'll just reach out to the CEO. I'm like, hey,
We need this.
So is there a lifetime version of this that I can get?
Yeah.
For free?
Because then you would demo it for people, right? You'd show it off when you're showing off your other stuff.
Yeah, this is actually cool. And the best part about this is it is 3D accelerated, so it looks really good. As in, it looks super
So is this like in lieu of stream alerts or or Twitch alerts?
You can actually just use this for all your alerts if you wanted.
But you got to pay $5 a month. See, I only have on my stream, I'm super famous. On my stream, I have a follower and one follower and sometimes 2 viewers. The most I've ever had is like 50 viewers, and then they all kind of, scamper like cockroaches when they realize that it's some old guy streaming a game. And I'll even have people come in and say, "Hi, Grandpa." And it's like, come on. They're just cruel right up front. And
welcome to Twitch.
Yeah, it's terrible. But I'll never be popular because I don't stream all the time. And the guys that come and follow me and watch me, I'll usually have 8 or 10 or sometimes 15 or 20.
I'll tell you right now, okay? Facebook discovery, okay, it's weird. I mean, it's weird saying this now, but the discoverability on Facebook is insane if you decide to.
Oh, to post on, just to say that you're on when you go on, just to tell people, you mean?
No, it's they have an algorithm. So if you create a gaming video creator page on Facebook, and on your first stream, what they do is they try to make your experience better. And if you tag your channel correctly with everything that, all your interests and whatnot, people with similar interests will immediately flock, or they'll get suggested on their feed, and they might end up interacting with you. Because I remember I did a PUBG test stream because I was at a Facebook event and I was helping them out, and it was my first stream on Facebook, and I ended up getting 40 viewers who were not bots. They were talking to me, and I was like, guys, I'm just testing out PUBG here. And I was like, oh no, it's okay, keep playing. You should pick that weapon up. I was like, oh, wait, that's like, you're putting pressure on me.
I know.
I'm here trying to work
I know.
in the morning.
I get, guys, see, like, look at my chat right now. Skitsy Vixie, Stormbringer 808, Corsair, these guys, they come on to watch me be a terrible player. I mean, I'm just not very good. But they come on because my channel teaches people how to be a good Mech Warrior player by watching me do it wrong, so you kind of do the opposite of what I do. So it's very educational, but it's kind of an inverted sort of... Yes. And they just kind of watch me...
Mech Warrior coming out?
What's that?
Is there a new Mech Warrior?
Yeah, there's Mech Warrior 5's out now, and it's really nice. Corsair, he plays with me to make himself look better. That's another reason. So they're on here right now hoping that I'm going to kill mechs, and I probably will tonight. I think I probably will tonight since I don't have to stream tomorrow with this thing. So guys, I will be back on later tonight, and I will kill mechs with you, and hopefully you'll come kill things with me. Happy to have you. Anyway, people come and they waste time watching me do dumb things. That's really weird.
Hey,
it's weird.
Works, man.
Yeah. So okay, I'll mess with this stuff. I'll probably be in touch with you tomorrow about what the game plan is. If I have any more questions, maybe we can set up another time when you get up in the morning or something, and hammer out anything.
Sure.
But this gives me a real good.
We're gonna try to target
Thursday.
Thursday your time, right?
Yeah, Thursday at 3.
I mean, if it works, Thursday at 3, yeah. And then,
That'd be 6 for you, I think, right?
yeah, 6 in the morning. That's fine. I just need to take a bath so my hair is not everywhere.
Just don't even talk about your hair when you get on the stream. You don't need to rub it in.
It's okay. It's okay.
Oh my gosh! Oh, you play guitar, so I'm gonna leave you with something here. You're gonna go to.
I don't. That's actually, this is a fake background.
Oh, it's a prop. It's a prop. That's terrible. I have fake backgrounds. I just didn't do it. I'm more.
I mean, I could always just make it back. Yeah, I could just put my flaming background back.
Yeah, that's more authentic, right? That's the real background that you live in.
This is fine. This is fine.
Oh, I was going to check my settings. My stream. I think I can up them again because I had them down for a while. I'm going to send you a link. You're going to check this out because you'll like it. Do you hear that?
Yeah, I do.
You do? Okay, good. That's good to know. So I'm going to send you a link over here in chat. And that's my daughter, and that's one of the music videos that I make with her.
Oh, nice.
And she does a bunch of covers and a bunch of originals, and she is really great. I think you'll like her. So I want to check I'm going to stop the stream because I want to change the output speed here. Guys on the stream, I'll be back on in just a minute. I want to check these settings real quickly.
Your streaming settings, right?
Yeah.